training subtle competencies is deepening my awareness so that more information arises in me. That's why, like, mystical knowledge is not knowledge I learn, it's I can learn about it, but the real mystical knowledge is learning from the book of life itself. I call this the book of life. When I look at you, I'm reading in the book of life. I'm reading the life experience. I'm not reading a book about the life experience. Does this make sense? So the subtle awareness is reading the book of life itself. It's the direct reality. But the more I'm separate and in my mental interpretation of the world, it looks like I look at the book of life indirectly. If I train myself to be more present and to be more attuned, the book of life is teaching me all the time. I'm reading in the one book. I'm reading the one book. And the deeper are my interior states, the more each letter is going to tell me. Every situation can be experienced superficially on the surface. This is the theater play of life. That's what happens to us. Or it can be experienced in deeper and deeper resolutions of awareness. So in deeper states of awareness, I'm aware of this depth of information, whereas on the surface of life, I'm aware of what happened to me. If I deepen my awareness, much more information is accessible. That's the secret information of mystical knowledge. It's not secret because somebody hid it. It's secret because when I'm here with my consciousness, I have no access to that. It doesn't arise in my awareness. I can't get there. And that's why for many people it's like a search, but the search is also finding the right guidance to find the gate into that level of depth. And that means if I rest in a deeper state of consciousness, I experience life in a higher resolution. More information shows up. Which doesn't mean that I need to behave and I need to move in the world slowly. If I'm slowed down inside, doesn't mean I need to be slow, I need to talk slow, I cannot have fun, I cannot, do extreme sports. I can do all of this in that high resolution state. It's not a spiritual behavior. It's not something that I try to imitate. Maybe sometimes I will be slower and more quiet because that's my authentic moment. But I can also be very alive and still in a slow interior state that allows me to have access to a lot of information. So what I said now, that's in a way like a training of more mystical competencies. And the deeper we dive, the more connections in reality reveal themselves. Like the more insights show up. Oh, it's not only mental insights, it's holistic insights. That what I have an insight about becomes intimate. A real insight is the same like intimacy. Insight and intimacy is the same. Because when we say wisdom is the ability to, or is a state of including more of the world in the way I live. So more of the world is included in the way I live. That's wisdom. There's less separation, there's less othering, there's less exclusion, there's more inclusion of exclusion, there's more inclusion of life. So more of the world is represented in me, and that's why I feel more intimate with the world. So a real insight is not just that I intellectually understand something, a real insight is that that which I understand is intimate in me. It's different. It's different. It's not just intellectual, it's like it's holistic insights. My being got that, which includes my mind. So intimacy and insight is the same. Because I'm intimate with that part of life, there's a holistic understanding. I'm standing under, like I'm in alignment with that part of life.